the booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
Her car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing. I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who can change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
They'll challenge your authority.
Seatbelt on.
They'll try to break your will. They'll push you to the edge of your sanity. Because that's what kids do. But this car is your territory, not theirs. Defend it. Who makes the payments? Who cleans it? Who drives it? You do. That's who. And in here, your word is law. So when you say you won't move until everyone's buckled up, you won't budge an inch until you hear that click. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. For more information, visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn those earrings today. I like those earrings. Gabby has those awesome earrings. I need to ask her where she got those, but that's just what she would want me to do. I'll have Michaela ask her for me.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Yeah, but then Michaela will be like, why don't you just ask her yourself? That's just like Michaela.
Sarah, buckle up.
Michaela's such a great name. I wish I was called Michaela. There's like a dozen Sarahs in my class.
Hey, we're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I forget sometimes because my brain is like busy, you know? I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
Sometimes it can be tough to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible. Always make sure they're wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Remember, you have the keys, you have the power. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude.
I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind, like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind, like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama, like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. You A, put yourself in her shoes.
How could he do this to you?
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Little roller up along first. Behind the
See you in Pittsburgh.
Can't wait.
All the baby is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone.
Looking, going in the end zone.
You're tuned into Game On with John Silverberg. Talking all things sports. It's
Game on! Yeah, game on!
Game On, right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Very sorry for the delay here on Game On of the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, John Silverberg. Of course, my co-host, my father, Nelson Silverberg, and of course, Speedy Petey on the board. You can check us out on WorldwideSportsRadio.com, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Periscope, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so much more. Again, it's ridiculous when literally you could see I'm probably lagging a smidge, but you could see like the updates are happening with the computer and all this nonsense. It's just ridiculous, everything like that. But I said we would have a show. Excuse me. Have a show tonight. We're gonna have a show.
Oh my God! Is everything all right? Are you okay?
See, have a hairball. I said we got a very busy show tonight. A lot of NFL free agency news. This is exactly what Major League Baseball, I think, needs to take note of with all that and everything of that nature. Dad, how are you? I know
I'm doing good.
Winding down next week is going to be the last. You better pick a good spot next week.
I was gonna go to Disney World tonight, the Magic Kingdom tonight, but it's 90 degrees, so I said, nah, I'm not doing that. But yeah.
well, for those that don't know, my parents will be coming back to New York next week.
Yay!
So where's Speedy? Speedy, are you gonna come on the camera, or are you gonna hide again and be like in your little hole? You know what you like.
Yeah, the studio's not a hole. If it
were, I think Speedy should request, because next week's the last week of the scenic, background. Speedy, you should request where you want my father to put the show next week.
That's very nice. Very nice. Well, I could say this. I'm done with Disney this week. I'm locked out next week, so that's it.
Right,
so
Disney's done. So you know what? He has to go to Epic Universe next week.
I could do a very nice shot at the Portofino Bay.
That would be nice.
That'd be nice. Maybe a little opera music. It'll be beautiful. Yeah, we could do something like that. To have somebody set it up.
We do have somewhat, I guess, is it breaking news? Again, the free agency stuff is happening. The New York Jets are signing Pro Bowl quarterback Deshaun Wright to a 1-year deal.
Wow.
So,
That'll change the whole.
tank for
Change
Arch.
the odds. The odds
Tank
are going
for
to
Arch.
change. That.
You mean the whole, the tank for Arch thing, which to me, I mean, we'll get into the whole Geno Smith aspect. I know Speedy's probably thrilled with what the Giants have done so far. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not happy about it. I don't know. Speedy's never happy with what the Giants do.
Mixed bag so far.
You see, mixed bag. They get Tremaine Edmonds, but then they don't. I don't know. I mean, the Packers haven't done
Nothing. Well, they did.
They made the trade. They got the linebacker.
No, they did the Mets. They did the Mets without signing the free agents. They're a team that competes every year but never succeeds. And that said, we have to unload all the dead weight, just like the Mets did this offseason, and they unloaded all that dead weight, but they didn't sign anybody. So, but that's what they did. They got rid of Gary and Jenkins. They got rid of all these guys, but they haven't improved as a team. So, who knows? Hobbs. They got rid of all those. The funny thing about NFL free agents is that being a football player is as hard as anything can be. And giving somebody a lot of money probably lowers their motivation to have to do to be great at that sport because it's so physically taxing. And I find that when certain free agents get a lot of money, they're just milking it. It's just too hard a sport. And when you start getting like $60, $70 million, it sort of changes the way you approach the sport, especially football, more than any other sport.
Well, Eldon Jenkins just got signed.
Oh, who got him? Who signed? If you don't mind me asking.
Cleveland.
Cleveland got quite a guy. I'm sure he got in cheap, but I can't imagine anybody really paid for him money. I can't imagine.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the Jets, it seems like they signed Wright. Speedy, you tell me if I'm wrong, because in Glenn's 3-4 defense, they usually play a little more zone with coverage.
Yeah.
So that's why Wright plays zone. That's why Gardner got traded, because Carter doesn't play zone. Gardner tries to play man-to-man. And
Jets signed one guy. Jets signed Ingabare, who I actually like from the Packers.
Right? The linebacker. Yeah. Well,
I actually think he's a quality guy. He's a good player.
They overhauled.
He won't be on the Jets.
Speedy, the Giants got a kicker.
What do we got here?
They got Jason Sanders.
Oh yeah, it was good 3 years ago. Yeah. What a guy.
You see what I'm saying? This is what I have to work with. It's terrible. I mean, this is like ridiculous.
Well, that's the sport. I mean, everybody just keeps moving around. You know what I mean? They just keep getting older, and they just keep shifting.
Romeo Dobbs got signed today.
He got money too. He got paid.
Yeah, he got a lot of money, more than I think anybody thought he was going to. He
got money. He got paid. Yeah, he got paid. Good for him. I think he's a good receiver. He's a good receiver.
He's good. I mean, 87 mil.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
I know,
but like I said, to me, I mean, he got 4 years, 80 mil. How much of it is guaranteed? It doesn't say.
That's always the key, right? You got to dig into it and find out what it really is.
The Jets got Geno Smith because they didn't trade anything, and the Raiders are paying 99% of that contract, and the Jets are paying the vet minimum, and it's 1 year. The Jets are like, we'll go this route. Because there's not. Listen,
they only got I don't know. Are they going to draft a quarterback? They're not drafting a quarterback this year, right?
I mean, they could take maybe in the second round, possibly. I mean, you go that route, you take him in the second round, like a Carson Beck, right, Speedy, or a Garrett Nussmeier. Maybe you take a flyer on that. I mean, it's because I think Simpson, the Alabama quarterback's going in the first. I think Pittsburgh's taking Simpson. That's what I think is going to happen. I mean, my prediction is I think Rodgers is going back to Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's going to draft Simpson with McCarthy, and Rodgers is going to be there for a year or so, and then they're going to let Simpson be the quarterback next year. I think that's what the Steelers are going to plan on doing.
What if Rodgers goes back to Green Bay just as a retirement thing?
Oh, for heaven's sake! Why would you want that? What?
No, I mean just to go back, not to be on the team, but just to go back to retire.
That for the giggles, right? We don't. But you know, my viewing is this. Somebody's been asking me what's your thoughts on the Jets with Geno Smith. I mean, listen, what are we? I'm not signing Kirk Cousins. He's older and he's injury prone. I'm not signing Tua. You know, he's one hit away from being retired from the league. Kyler Murray is he's a dumb little person. And everything.
He wouldn't sign with the Jets anyway. He wouldn't go to the Jets.
He's going to Minnesota, which I think is crazy. But I mean, he's a dumb little person. I don't want that anyway. I mean, why would I want a guy? Why would I want a guy who needs to have in his contract to watch a certain amount of game film in his contract? When you have to put that in your contract as a clause, I think you should stay clear. That's just my opinion. You know, it's to me like. You know, they were never getting Willis. He got a lot from Miami.
He didn't get that much. I mean, he got money, but he didn't get a lot from starting quarterback.
Yeah, but the Jets were never going to give him the $50 million, $45 million guaranteed. I think that's just what it, I mean. Because I think the jury is still out, and I think the Jets kind of did this with Justin Fields last year, where they're kind of
they're not in the same class. It's different.
But it's a matter of do you want to try it again? I think.
Let me ask you a question. Let me tell you something. The Dolphins had on their front office the guy that drafted him. They got the coach that coached him, and they got the assistant general manager that watched him. That's three guys that know this guy better than anybody, and they went all out to get him. I think that says a lot about what they think the guy's talent is. I think the guy's extraordinarily talented. I really do.
Did you see this? Did you see this about Disneyland today? A break that multiple people, employees, got hospitalized at Disneyland today from a hazmat incident.
Yeah, that's why I don't go anymore. It's dangerous at that place. It's not the happiest place. You get killed there.
It was in the backstage area near the Star Tours attraction. That fire rescue responded to an unknown odor in the backstage area.
Oh my God!
7 employees were hospitalized after experiencing.
Is MGM Studios at Hollywood Studios, right?
No, this is at Disneyland. This is Disneyland.
Oh, Disneyland. Come on. How many people?
7.
Wow.
7.
That's a lot. I think that's more people than got hurt for America in the whole Iran thing. So it's a big thing.
Story. That's bigger than the NFL story.
Yeah. The Iran casualty list versus the Disneyland casualty list. It's getting closer.
Wait a minute.
It's interesting.
Hold on. I want to see if this is accurate before we do anything. Let me see if this is. Hold on.
Oh, you think it's shenanigans?
I'm about to find out. Hold on. No. That's not. I'm not saying anything because according to Philly Mike, that's not been reported anywhere. Speedy, have you seen it anywhere?
No.
The thing about AJ Brown?
No, I didn't see any. I had heard they turned it down a trade from the Patriots. That's all I know.
Let me see. No, there's nothing about that yet. So we'll hold off on saying anything. Just we appreciate it, Philly Mike, but we haven't. That's not even on Schefter's radar. But anyway, busy day, busy. How about the 49ers with Mike Evans, huh? How about
That's
that?
an interesting get. What a weird thing.
That came out of left field.
Out of the blue. Well, the win.
Well, now, and then the problem is with the 49ers, they're possibly trading Trent Williams now, the left tackle. So I'm just like, what is I don't know.
You know what happens? Teams get like a certain level of success, and the whole roster salary just keeps going up and up and up.
It's the quarterback.
But they're not winning anything.
I think Purdy took too much money. That was the killer. Purdy took too much money.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest.
He wasn't earned. He doesn't. He's not worth that contract.
No, it's the McCaffreys. They're the San Francisco McCaffreys. That's what they are.
McCaffrey, and I would say Kittle out of respect because Kittle is great. Those two guys have earned their key, and I guess Fred Warner too.
That's fine. But
you could legitimately say, you want to put Nick Bosa in that category. He's just been hurt a couple times last few years. Well, it's kind of crazy, right? Like Debo, I think Debo Samuel's still a free agent. That to me is.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been signed. I know Tariq Woolen just signed.
I think he wants to go back to the Niners.
Makes sense.
Debo Samuels?
Yeah, I could see that. I know Tariq Woolen just got signed by the Eagles for a 1 year, $15 million. That was surprising. Everybody thought he was going to get a massive contract, and I guess people are not sold on him as others might be. It's weird because
how old is he? Well, how old is he?
He's in his 20s, isn't he, Speedy?
Is he still in his 20s? All right.
Wallen, yeah, he's 20.
Oh, you're talking about Wallen or Samuel? You're talking about Wallen or Samuel?
Debo Samuel. You're talking about Debo.
He's talking about Debo Samuel. No. Debo Samuel's in his 30s.
29, yeah.
Debo
So he's done. He's basically done.
But Tariq Woolen was the surprise. 1 year, $15 million from the Eagles. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that 1 year, $15 million, 26 years old. I'm surprised he didn't go after him? I'm very surprised. The Packers.
Yeah.
I thought Woolen would have been I thought Tariq Woolen would have been a great signing. Cornerback.
Yeah.
He's a Pro Bowl corner, 26 years old, coming up with the Seahawks. I'm shocked. I'm surprised they didn't
there's something going on.
They need defensive back help. They don't really have.
No, they got nothing. They got rid of Hobbs, who sucked anyway, but they got rid of him. They picked up some. Yeah, they picked up some stiff off the Chargers roster. I don't remember his name, but some cut rate cornerback they picked up. But that's all the Packers did. They made a cut, like you said. They made a nice trade to pick up a linebacker. But that's it.
I'm trying to see. Hold on. All right. You ready for this? This is good. You ready for this? All right. Listen. This is good stuff. This is very funny. Speedy, listen, this is great. So, this is Geno Smith full circle from after he left the Jets. You ready? These are the Jets quarterbacks that has started a game for the Jets since Geno Smith. It goes Geno Smith to to Matt Sims, to Michael Vick, Brian Fitzpatrick, Bryce Petty, Josh McCown, Sam Darnold, that's his team, Trevor Siemian, Luke Falk, Joe Flacco, Zach Wilson, Mike White, Josh Johnson, Chris Trevler, Aaron Rodgers, Tim Boyle, Tyrod Taylor, Justin Fields, Brady Cook, back to Geno Smith. That's unbelievable.
Okay. How many years is that? Is that like 9 years?
That's unbelievable. Oh! Wait, we forgot one. Christian Hackenberg. How could we forget?
Okay.
That's one of them all.
God. I remember
That's amazing.
I was in Cancun at my brother's bachelor party watching that draft. And I remember it took Hackenberg, and I was like, what? I'm like, everybody said he was like a 5th round draft pick. It took him in the 2nd round.
Do you know something? They could have took Allen, and they would have messed it up. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter who the Jets. They just are not capable of developing a quarterback because they don't have the patience to see it through. I mean, they just don't. So it doesn't matter who they draft. It's hopefully this time it'll be different, but you gotta take the losses and you gotta sit on it, and you gotta scout. That's the other half. They scout. Their scouting is terrible.
I mean, to me, I'm just like, Oh, God.
That's our. Where do you pick this round in the first round? What do you pick? You pick what, like
second,
fifth,
and 16th?
Oh, you're second. Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a good player that disappoints. You'll be
Probably.
fine.
They're gonna. I think they're gonna draft what's his face, Speedy. What do you think? Reese, probably, right? Is who they should take.
Yes.
That's who they should take. Watch, and you know what they're gonna, and you know who they're gonna take. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna take Bailey. That's what they're gonna do.
I've seen that a lot.
It's gonna annoy the crap out of me because that guy is a rotational edge rusher, and it just drives me nuts. Reese should be the pick, but they won't do it. Really quickly, we'll get back to football in a second. Big news about the Philadelphia 76ers that just popped 5 minutes ago. It's on Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey has been diagnosed with a tendon injury to a small finger on his right hand. He'll be reevaluated in approximately 3 weeks.
Right.
So
they're not really in play. I mean,
they just got Embiid and George back, right? So isn't that kind of like?
It's such a Sixers thing, though. Isn't that the Sixers right there?
Trust the process. Still trusting it. I don't know anything. But no, I would say also the big news that came out of the NFL this week, right? Maxx Crosby getting traded to the Ravens. That was a big one. Do we like the move that Baltimore did? I would say Baltimore had to do it because of not making the postseason last year, but also they were dead last in the league in sacks last year, which is very un-Baltimore-like, right? So now you get Crosby and you get Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton as your, I would say, the faces of the defense now, Speedy.
Yep.
Along with corner two.
Humphrey, if they put him in the slot, he's kind of regressed outside. But yeah,
well, he's older now. But I would say Hamilton, Smith, and Crosby. No, you don't like the deal?
I don't mind the deal. I just think that, like the 49ers, I think the Ravens, the window's closed on that team. I think their best chance was 2 years ago, and that was it. I think that's it. They had their opportunity. I don't think that team, they're getting older. The running back. What are they now? Are they a passing offense or running offense? Obviously, the defense is going to be really. I don't know. I don't think the team has any real personality. It's going to be interesting, with the coaching change, but I just don't think. I don't know. I think the whole AFC now is on the way out as far as the quality half of the NFL.
I'm so confused. Hold on, really quickly. Wait, Paul Goldschmidt's on Team USA?
No.
Apparently, he's starting at first base today for them. When the hell did that happen? How is Paul Goldschmidt on that team over Peter Alonso?
Pete Alonso didn't make the team, right?
No, but Paul Goldschmidt did?
That's John Stearns. He wants defense.
David Stearns.
David Stearns. Defense. Hey, that's funny. Sure. When the Met guy pitches, that's when we get the stiffs. Sure. Okay.
I mean, I'm just like trying to figure out why is Speedy? Why is Paul Goldschmidt? You're the insider. Why is Paul Goldschmidt on this team and not Pete Alonso?
Maybe Aaron Judge requested him.
You think so? I would not be surprised because he's the captain. That's messed up.
It's not important. They'll win. Who they play? Not Italy. Is tonight Italy?
Italy tonight.
Yeah.
Oh man. That guy better, the Met pitcher better give it all he's got to beat that Italian team.
Oh God, yeah.
Who's the? Come on.
I mean, it's just like I'm just, So we all agree. We all knew Malik Willis was going to Miami, right? With the GM and the head coach there. Was there anything?
I thought he was going to go to Miami. I thought he should have gone to Minnesota, but I thought Minnesota would have been like aces. If he went to Minnesota, it would have been like really a nice ride for him. You know, but
well,
he
who
went
is
to the-
Minnesota quarterback going to be? I guess it's going to. I guess Cousins is going to go back, right?
Did they sign? Who'd they sign? They signed someone. Who'd they sign?
Oh no, it's going to be Murray. They're going to probably sign Murray. That's probably what they're going to.
Yeah,
They're gonna sign. It's not official yet, but they're going to sign Kyler Murray probably. That's what they're
Right.
doing.
So who would you rather have? Willis is a much better quarterback. That's crazy, but he really is a good quarterback.
Listen, we all know how I feel about Kyler Murray. I was lambasted and put on a stake by somebody that's on this screen on the top left-hand corner.
Okay, thank God. Not me.
Yeah, I was literally set on fire for the comments that I made about Kyler Murray being a small little stupid person.
Not stupid. I just don't think
he's stupid.
Small quarterbacks can succeed in the NFL.
It's
just the nature of the game. You just can't win. It's too hard. I mean, guys 6'5", 6'4", 6. I mean, these guys are monsters. It's impossible. I don't know. He's not that good. They should have got, Willis, but Miami will have Willis and they'll stink.
Are you in my? Are you ready to jump on board with me? About Kyler Murray, are you ready not to give up on the on that dream on the dream yet?
No, he's done.
Okay. You think Errol's over it or?
No, he is. I know he is.
Okay. But I never got credit for that though, right?
No, he gave you credit. He gave you credit a few weeks ago or so.
I mean, that guy. I knew that guy. I constantly said he is a stupid little person.
You're done.
Well, I think the team acquiesced to all this nonsense is the stupid aspect of it. You got to demand stuff from your players. If you give in to the player, then basically you're the one making the mistake. You know what I mean?
When you're giving this guy a contract and you're writing on the contract, must watch X amount of game film per week, and that's a clause in your contract. Do you say to yourself, is this guy all in with football, or maybe should he have just taken the first round money from the Oakland Athletics and gone that route?
No, I understand. I agree. But I never thought he was talented enough to overachieve from, for his physical deficiencies, if you want to say. He's just too short to be a good NFL quarterback. I mean, the last good NFL quarterback, so you want to say that Wilson was a good NFL quarterback for Seattle, right? But he won the Super Bowl, and he could have won a second, but, that's 1 in a million.
It's gonna suck for Diego Pavia. I can tell you that. He's 5'9".
Yeah, he ain't gonna. Look, he should be a punter.
Pavia's been talking to Johnny Manziel about NFL advice. I mean, listen, I haven't watched the documentary on him, but I've heard it's very good and everything of that nature. But I mean, I don't know. So we're getting out the NFL a little bit. We're getting to a little bit of some basketball, and Speedy's wearing a team that's I can't figure them out. He's wearing a hat. Team I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's like every time I watch Mikal Bridges play basketball, I look at myself and I go, we give up 6 first-round draft picks for this freaking guy.
Well, are you off Towns now? Do we respect Towns? Are we off that Towns is not a bad player?
Listen.
No. You've been ragging on Towns for the whole year.
I agree. I think Brown, Speedy over there smirking and smiling. That's nice, Speedy. Yeah. You just, Speedy, don't act like you didn't think the same thing. All right. Everything of that nature. To me, I view the whole situation as the way I view Towns is I think Brown is finally fitting it into the system. And Anunoby's kind of getting back to his health. The guys that have been awful, I mean, I would say Bridges has been atrocious. Hart's been a mess.
Hart is just should be off the bench. He's not a starting player.
I agree. He's not a starting player, but now it's this back injury now. He's not I don't think he can't even get his jump shot. That's the thing. I mean, you can tell that. But I mean, Bridges is so freaking bad. And now all of a sudden Alvarado has been atrocious the last couple
Well, come on.
I mean,
the more you see guys like that, the worse they are. You know what I mean?
But it's and then I watched the other night. Like I watched Jordan Clarkson come in. And I know Clarkson doesn't play great defense, but Clarkson's giving me 15 points off the bench against the Lakers. I'm like, maybe you need to incorporate him in the offense to get some points a little bit. People say, can you have an 11 or a 12-man rotation? Yes, because the Pacers did last year and almost won the finals. That's to me, like I view it as like if you go in with the starting five, and I'm willing to let Hart on off the bench. I'm actually willing, or I'm willing to put Bridges off the bench, and I'm willing to let Diawara take his spot. You know what I mean? I like Diawara. I'm willing to let him give him some run and let him play a little bit. Because if he was healthy, the guy I would let play would be McBride over Bridges. But McBride's not there. He's hurt, so I can't have him play. But they're not going to change the starting five. Brown's not going to change it. Now, obviously, I think when McBride comes back, I mean, the bench you have obviously is going to be Robinson, McBride, Alvarado, right? And then, Shamet, Diawara. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that's your bench. Like, why can't I add Clarkson and, to an extent, Kolek for a little bit? Like, why can't I at least extend Clarkson and give him 3 or 4 minutes and get me 7 or 8 points off the bench? Why can't I like Kolek. I like Shamet too. Why can't Shamet take Bridges' spot? Let Shamet be the starter and let Bridges come off the bench. I think that's. I just can't have Hart and Bridges both starting together anymore. It doesn't work.
I always like how Kolek and Towns work better than Towns and Brunson work.
Even Alvarado.
When Kolek and Towns are together, they really do great pick and roll. They set each other up.
And so does Alvarado and Towns have a connection too, if you see.
Yeah.
Because Kolek and Alvarado are not shoot first point guards. They're natural first guys.
They're natural point guards. They are right.
I think like I said, why can't Shamet be the starter and let Bridges come off the bench? Why can't you try that?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Try that. See what happens. What's the big
I don't even mind the scoring. I just wanted to up his defense.
He just seems like a very unmotivated guy.
I don't know. Maybe there's stuff going on. It's very possible.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are not the most mature guys. These guys are millionaires, so they pout. They get very pouty. So being a head coach of a team like this can be very tricky. You got to say, you sort of, give in to these players' feelings. So maybe Bridges has something going on. Who knows? Maybe in the off season, if they dump him, then you'll know what happened.
I said what's going to happen. We now, Speedy, you can tell me if I'm wrong too. Both of you are Knicks fans here, so you both can agree with me. I think one of two things are going to happen. Either this team wins the finals and they keep the core together, or they lose in the second round in the semis and they trade for Giannis. And I think that's what I think one of those two things are going to happen.
They can make it to they can just make it to the finals.
Now, if they get to the finals and they get absolutely lambasted in 4 games, then I still think you're going to have questions, because then people are going to be like, you got there, but you also lost every game by 20-plus points. Did you really – that's number one. But if this team also loses in like the conference semis, like between me and you, if this team loses like to say Mike Brown could be fired. You know what I'm saying? Like this is, I mean, I really think that could happen.
You know what I felt about it? I always felt that the solution was not to fire him, but to hire a very good offensive assistant.
No, I think
rejig assistant coaches. I think Tibbs had respect to the team. They worked well for him. There are players that had really good years for him.
Did you see the exit? Yeah, but clearly, did you see what a lot of players said about him, though?
I don't care. Yeah, I understand.
They didn't deny
I
it.
know.
They didn't deny it.
That's all fine, but they played for him, right?
Yeah.
They all played. That's fine.
Here's the thing, though. If you look at Brown's record against the top 5 teams in the league this year, right, Speed? I think it was like against Tibbs was like what, like 2-12 last year against the top 5 teams, or something like that. Where like Brown this year is I think like 12-5.
Okay.
Like a lot. Like it's like a million times better.
Okay. But you're the one that's saying. You're the one that's firing him, not me. I just wanted to mention that. You're the one that had him fired, right?
If they lose in the second round of the playoffs, the conference semis, they don't even get to the conference finals, and they regress from last year, he's getting fired. Like he's like.
I don't know. I don't see it.
Just let's be realistic here. He wasn't the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. He wasn't even their 7th coaching choice. He wasn't.
Yeah, but
he was like their 8th guy. And
if you
they fired Tibbs, there was no search. It was just let's throw darts at a wall and see where it lands. And guys that we can pull from other staffs.
If they fire him after 1 year, I mean, you're going to have to. This is like going back to the 90s and 80s. I mean, this ain't happening.
Available. So, like, my opinion, say if like, I don't know, if Cleveland lets Kenny Atkinson go, do you fire Brown for Kenny Atkinson?
I don't think you can do it.
If I don't know, the Minnesota coach gets let go, right, or something like that. Do you fire him for him? If Steve Kerr has any, do you let him go for Steve Kerr?
Maybe they get Phil Jackson.
Oh, stop it!
Oh, they did that already. Larry Brown. Let's get Larry Brown.
We tried that already.
Oh, yeah. I just think that you have to – the Knicks have gained a lot of respect over the last 5 years doing this a slow build and doing it the right way. I think going back to this would be a very big step back.
No, I agree.
mean, I'm not saying they couldn't do it.
No, I agree. I think the Bridges deal is the issue. Because you look at what they gave up for Bridges, and Bridges hasn't even come close to living up to what he should have been. Now, listen.
Yeah, that's fine. You could trade him, right?
We saw it in the playoffs last year, in the Boston series, how Bridges just, for some particular reason, turns the switch on and becomes that dominant two-way player that he expects. It's weird.
And that's what I say. Let's watch the playoffs. See, everybody.
I agree. I still think they could beat. Listen, I said it, and I'm saying it now. I still think they're winning the finals this year. I think they're winning.
Getting to the finals. Finals.
No. I think they're winning the finals.
So you're saying they're winning the championship this year?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Oof.
Yes.
Are we all in agreement on that? I just want to make sure.
I had the same thought as you, Nelson. I had OKC in the Knicks at the start of the year.
Yeah, I think
you don't think. I think the Knicks could beat OKC in a 7-game series.
I mean, I'm not saying they couldn't. I wouldn't say they will. That's
and
two
the
different
whole
things.
talk about Tatum. This whole talk about Tatum coming back. I mean, the Knicks beat Boston last year with Tatum. I don't understand. Like, why it's like up, Tatum's back, that's it, Boston's going to win the Eastern Conference. Like, The Knicks beat Boston last year with Tatum.
I think people are a little surprised. The Detroit thing got everybody a little off guard, and
I
don't
saw
know.
Detroit. I don't trust Detroit. I mean, listen,
I think
the Knicks were 1-2 against Detroit last year, and they beat them in 4 games, right? 4 games. And then they were 0-3 or 0-4 against Boston last year, and they beat them in 6 games. So it's like,
yeah.
Really,
I am very confident. This is how I said it last week. I'll say it. The Knicks are a very talented team. Okay, that's what they are. And once they cut their rotation down, let's see how it is.
They don't have to cut it down.
They're going to cut it down. Every team cuts it down in the play.
No, they don't. Indiana had a 12-man rotation last year. They got to the finals and almost won. So they, to me, it's Carlisle is massively huge on the whole extending the rotation because he wants guys to stay healthy.
Okay, I'm just saying the Knicks will cut it down.
Indiana's tanking so they can get Cameron Boozer here. Right. That's what they want.
Yeah.
They can get Cameron Boozer. Add him with Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam. I don't know who's beating that team next year, right, Speedy?
Yeah. NBA would do that.
No.
I don't know. I think the Knicks are very well positioned. How far they could go with the team, I don't know. I mean, but I think they're very well positioned. That's how I look at it. That's how I always saw it. Whether they finished in the first or third, I think whoever has to play them in the second round is going to have their hands full. I don't think anybody's going to play the Knicks. I think people would rather play Boston.
I agree. I think the Knicks, even if they get like the 4 seed, where the standings are, it's who cares? Like to me, it's like
it doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter. You play Boston in the second round, Detroit in the second round.
They'll play Detroit. They'll play Detroit in the second round, and Cleveland and Boston could duke it out.
Right. What's the difference? Who cares?
I mean, we all know James Harden's going to want to take off once the playoffs begin. He's going to.
Yeah, you think Cleveland? You really think Harden's going to put up clutch shots in the playoffs?
Not even that, but how is it now? I know the NBA canceled the whole Magic Night thing with the Atlanta Hawks, but like, how do you not play? How do you not play the Cleveland Cavaliers in that game when they were honoring the strip club?
Right.
I mean, like,
that's the crazy thing.
James Harden's like the spokesperson for those things. He could have been like the honorary ambassador for that night, even though he doesn't play for the Hawks. He would have been like, tips are on me. After the game. I mean, really.
That's right.
But we'll end the show on that one because I don't know if we're gonna.
I'm not going to follow that up, but I could think of things like if we score 140, everybody gets a free. But we'll stop right there.
Everybody gets a free lap dance.
You see?
Everybody gets a ride, and it's free. At the Staten Island Ferry.
Okay. All right.
Oh, man. Well, Dad, thank you so much. We will talk to you for
no
your
problem. I'll see you next week.
Speedy, do you have any requests for him where to go?
I will have to scout out the best, most scenic spots. We're forcing you to go somewhere.
Yeah, but it's got to be in the parks. Don't make me go to like Ocala or something like that. I got to be in the neighborhood. I want to go like to Lakeland, Florida, to look at alligators or something.
No, I don't need to be eaten by alligators.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much again. Check us out on worldwidesportsradio.com, YouTube, Instagram, Periscope, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We were back on Facebook tonight. Thank you for that, Speedy. That was great. Thank you so much. We will talk to everybody next Tuesday. Hopefully we'll be on time at 6. And it'll be Nelson's last week in Florida before he comes home to
that's right.
There's no more snow on the ground. So it's like you literally
I know.
I
don't mind going home.
The worst winter ever, right, Speedy? He missed everything.
Yes.
Worst winter ever.
I stepped on my lawn the other day. I feel like I was in like a sand trap. Like I was just like sinking.
It'll get better. It'll just stay off your lawn. or whatever you want to call it. Do your mud bog.
Yeah. Caleb asked me if he could play on the lawn. I said no because you're gonna sink. You know, so it's like, no. You know, but my landscaper is gonna have a ball with that when the winter comes. But thank you so much to the fans for listening and watching. For Nelson Silverberg, for Speedy Petey, I'm Josh Silverberg. Take care. Have a good night, and we will talk to you next week. This has been Game On Live on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Take care, everybody.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver.